What is going on, YouTube? My name is Pat from the 484, and I just kind of wanted to address some of the things that happened yesterday in terms of the Seahawks. Not yesterday, actually, like 2 days or 3 days ago. I want to kind of address, the Seahawks and, their trades and all that, because I feel like we kind of need to talk about that. So, one of my little pet peeves, and this is going to be the main point in this video. I'm going to upload another video addressing the Richard Sherman trade. But, not trade. What am I talking about? Richard Sherman getting released. But, one of my biggest pet peeves and something that is actually, like, very frustrating is how people saying, like, oh, Michael Bennett, he's old, he's washed up. They're saying the same thing about Sherman, and usually it's people that, don't actually do any actual research. But, I saw someone on, I've seen multiple people say this, that Michael Bennett's washed up, he's not worth anything. When the Seahawks had a top 5 defensive line, yeah, Michael Bennett didn't have a lot of sacks, but he was one of the most disruptive pass rushers this season. And he was also pretty healthy. He played over 900 snaps. A 32-year-old playing over 900 snaps. I think he was 31, but then he turned 32. But, you know, how can you be old and washed up when you're playing that many snaps? And he was still disruptive. The Seahawks had a top 5 defensive line, and they were missing a good amount of secondary. So, anybody that says that Michael Bennett is not, like, a significant loss for us, they clearly either don't watch this team or they just don't do enough research to, know anything about him. Because if you guys watch the Seahawks, you know that Michael Bennett is disruptive. He gets to the quarterback. Doesn't always get sacks. Again, he does not always get sacks. But the pressure that he brings can, without our secondary, sadly some things got open, but he was still disruptive. He still shook the quarterback up. Like, if you cannot judge a defensive end just by sacks, because that's a really bad way to judge talent. And now, yes, he is an older player. But if you're still producing, what's the problem with that? Do I think that, I feel like for us personally, we want to get younger. It's a good move for us. For the Eagles, they can keep him, and like, they're in a really good position with him. Like, let's be honest here. Like, nobody is saying that he's trash for the Eagles. Not that he's played yet, obviously. But I'm saying, like, everybody was like, okay, well, he didn't do much for the Seahawks. Yes, he did. He was like one of the most influential defensive ends this team has ever had. Now, okay, I understand. There's been some reports going around that he was like a pain in the ass in the locker room, which might be true, but Philadelphia is a team that can, they can welcome that kind of stuff. They can fix that kind of stuff. But that's really all I gotta say for this video, because there's not much I can say. Sadly, we didn't get much for him. We got Marcus, what's his name? From the Eagles, he's a wide receiver. I forget his last name. I know it's Marcus something. I'm pretty sure. And then I think we also gave them a 7th, and then they gave us a 5th. So it really was not good on our part. We got an extra 5th rounder. Apparently the Patriots wanted to trade a 3rd rounder, like a mid-round pick, something like that, 3rd or 4th. But they had pretty much the Seahawks had already accepted the Eagles' offer, and they weren't gonna like back out of it, because you don't do that. We actually have good people in our front office. But that's my final thoughts in this move. We didn't get what he was worth, and he was definitely worth a lot to us. Even if some people might say that he wasn't. Sorry for my hair right now, guys. I only had hairspray in my hair this morning, so it's like I don't really care how it looks. But getting back onto Michael Bennett, he was someone that obviously won a Super Bowl with us, the first year that he came actually, and I'm gonna miss the guy because I love him. I love both the Bennett brothers. I really love those two. I love them as players, and I love them as people too. But that's all I can say about this move. Again, we didn't get what he was worth. Could have got something better. But the team's getting younger. Frank Clark and Deion Jordan are gonna have to step up, unless maybe we go defensive end in the draft, which is I hope we don't, because, well, actually no. I would be okay if we went a defensive end in the draft with our 1st round pick, but that's not really at the top of necessities. But, again, I'm not the GM, I'm not the head coach. They could be looking for that, but personally I'd probably go somewhere else. Anyway, guys, my name is Pat from the 44. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I just kind of want to discuss this a little bit, because it is kind of frustrating to see so many people put disrespect on his name when he's done a lot for our franchise and has been a great defensive end. Anyway, peace out, guys. My name is Pat from the 44, and again, I hope you enjoyed. And I'm going to make a video on the Richard Sherman release as well, and why Richard Sherman is my favorite Seahawk of all time.